Okay, so we're trying a new thing. I figure if I'm going to learn, I might as well learn out loud and share the information with the world. So today we're reading from Exercise Detoxification, The Miracle of Exercise. Lewis raced toward the tennis net for a return shot. As he extended his racket to scoop up the ball, he felt a burning, knife-like pain suddenly shoot into both his calves. It spread up to his thighs, then his legs went numb. The cramping pain persisted days later. At 72, Lewis thought he was physically fit. He still swam and played tennis occasionally. I thought I was immune to the gradual physical decline that age seemed to inflict on others, he said. Then came the incident on the tennis court. In the days that followed, he discovered he could walk only 2 city blocks before his feet tingled and grew numb, and his legs cramped up with the same excruciating pain. He underwent a CAT scan, MRI, and other tests. The diagnosis: excessive buildup of plaque in the arteries of both legs that extended all the way up to his heart. This often happens in older people who are prone to atherosclerosis. The doctor said, I spend most days operating on people who cannot be treated any other way. They waited too long. He said an operation would be dangerous and expensive, but offered Lewis another option. You know, he said, you're in pretty good shape for your age. If you'll walk at least a mile every day, I think your body will cure the clogged artery problem by itself. Lewis, surprised at the doctor's recommendation, complained, I can't walk 2 blocks, much less a mile. You can stop every 2 blocks, wait a couple minutes, and start again. When your muscles have recovered, the doctor replied. Just so you get a mile in every day. It may take you a year to get results, but you can do it. At first, it was a struggle, walking 2-block increments. It took a full hour. Going up a modest incline felt like climbing the Himalayas. Lewis says, still, I kept to my promise, no matter how many times I had to stop. When winter weather came, every step seemed harder. Lewis seriously considered giving up and just having the operation. His son, a physician, urged him to stop eating fatty foods. I virtually gave up red meat for fish and poultry. I ate raw vegetables and fresh fruit at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I cut way back on sodium and drank 12 bottles of water a day. Within 6 months, I had shed 10 pounds. As time progressed, walking became easier for Lewis, even enjoyable. His 1-mile walks increased to 3 and 4 miles every day. His body became stronger and healthier. He no longer had the problem. I have been celebrating my new life, Lewis says. I allow nothing to get in the way of my daily walk. My endurance and quickness on the tennis court has returned. He continues to walk even after his return to health because the doctor warned him that if he stopped exercising, his body would again deteriorate. I have found a new purpose in life, says Lewis. I tell others who are in the predicament I was in to walk. They should ask their doctor whether they, too, could avoid invasive surgery by doing something as simple as walking. The healing powers of our bodies are there, just waiting to be used. Exercise has long been known as a revitalizer. Research has verified this. Look at people around you. The ones who look the oldest, sickest, and have the most health problems are the ones who are the least physically active. Look at the people who exercise regularly, especially older people. They walk with a spring in their step. They stand straight and tall. Their skin is healthy and elastic. They are full of energy and they are genuinely happy. They look and act years younger than their chronological age. Why? Because the exercise. A person who exercises regularly will have a means of internal cleansing that will remove a great deal of debris from the body. Regular exercise will cleanse the body more so than probably most other methods of detoxification. There are two common denominators in cultures where people are particularly long-lived and degenerative disease is rare. Diets of these people vary greatly from one culture to the next, even among those who are extraordinarily healthy. One similarity is the absence of toxins in their food and environment. The second is exercise. These people remain physically active throughout life and even into old age. The Hunzas of Pakistan, for example, who have more people per capita over 100 years of age than any other culture, engage in manual labor until the day they die. The health-enhancing benefits of exercise have been known for many years. In the 1930s, researchers were able to decrease the incidence of tumors in a strain of cancer-prone mice from 88 to 16% merely by raising some on calorie-restricted diets and abundant physical activity as compared to others who had unlimited food and little exercise. In 1960, scientists discovered that an extract of exercised muscle, when injected into mice with cancer, slowed the growth of tumors and sometimes eliminated them entirely. An extract of non-exercised muscle had no effect. Exercise has been successfully used to treat depression and is a potent defense against all degenerative diseases. The health benefits of exercise have been well established. Studies have shown for exercise to increase detoxification, flush out metabolic waste, environmental poisons, and other toxins, decrease risk of degenerative diseases such as heart disease, arthritis, cancer, and diabetes, increase energy, improve joint mobility, combat depression, relieve stress, improve blood and lymph circulation, improve flexibility, enhance immune system function, improve brain and nerve function, enhance healing, improve digestion and bowel function, remove excess fat, lower cholesterol, prevent insomnia, improve strength and endurance, normalize hormone secretion, and prevent osteoporosis. Most people don't ordinarily think of exercise as a form of detoxification, but it is one of the best natural detoxifiers available. Exercise is just as important to detoxification as a good diet. It can also enhance the cleansing effects of any detoxification program. Exercise should become a regular part of your life. In past generations, physical labor was common. Nowadays, with all of our modern conveniences, modes of transportation, and automation, most people do not get the exercise they need. Combine that with the enormous amount of pollutants we are exposed to daily, and our bodies become overtoxic and slowly degenerate. It has a little box over here to the side that says cancer. Physically, men die 4 times less often from cancer, and physically fit women die 16 times less often from cancer than unfit men and women. And that's a reference to Dr. Stephen Blair, Physical Fitness and All Cause Morality, Journal of American Medical Association, November 1989. Exercise can overcome and remove a great deal of the toxins we are subjected to. One of the biggest deterrents to good health is the acclimation of excess body fat. Fatty tissues clog the arteries, increase blood pressure, strain the heart, hamper circulation, and slow down metabolism, among other things, all of which lead to aches, pains, fatigue, and degeneration and dysfunction of body tissues and organs. Weight problems have been identified as a major contributing factor to numerous health problems, ranging from coronary artery disease to cancer and numerous gastrointestinal disorders. Many of the toxins that find their way into our bodies are stored in the fatty tissue. As you recall from chapter 5, which is not in this video, when fat is dissolved, these toxins are dumped into the bloodstream, and if the load is heavy, it will initiate the symptoms of a healing crisis. Excess fat also hampers circulation, preventing adequate removal of toxins. Toxic accumulation in the tissues encourages cellular degeneration, which increases the toxicity of the body. Overweight body is therefore a toxic body. Let me read that again. An overweight body is therefore a toxic body. When we lose weight, we reduce our fat and thereby our toxic load. By so doing, we remove a great deal of strain on the body. Losing excess weight greatly reduces our chances of developing disease. There are many theories of how and why people gain excess weight. Some say it's caused by slow metabolism or emotional or social problems or even genetics. These factors may all contribute, but the fundamental reason people gain weight is consuming more calories than they use. In other words, overeating. When we eat more than the body requires for its daily function, the excess calories are stored as fat. The only way to remove excess fat is to eat less or increase physical activity to burn more calories. Dieting alone does not work well. Most diets, as well as diet pills, sauna baths, and fad diets, primarily remove water, not fat, and water will be reabsorbed as soon as liquids are consumed in adequate quantities. Losing too much water can be dangerous as it may lead to dehydration. To get rid of fat, a healthy diet, such as the natural foods diet, needs to be combined with exercise. Some people who want to lose weight hate the idea of exercise. Obese people particularly do not enjoy moving their bodies. They feel heavy, clumsy, and intimidated. They choose to lose weight by means of other than exercise. Studies have shown that obese women put on a calorie-restricted diet without exercise lost the same amount of weight as obese women who exercised and dieted, with one noticeable difference. The exercise group lost more fat. The dieting group lost more water. Weight will come off easier and will be more likely to stay off when exercise and sensible eating are combined. Part of the reason is that the body's metabolism will adjust to the increased energy output and consume more calories even when not exercising. The conditioned body tends to use fat more effectively as fuel. Therefore, more body fat is burned during exercise. Regular vigorous exercise will also increase metabolism for as long as 2 days. So more calories are consumed even after exercising. Losing excess weight is only one of the benefits of exercise detoxification. Skinny people can also benefit from exercise and weight management. Although a thin person may have less fat, the fat he has may be loaded with toxins. Exercise and proper eating will help him remove these toxins and rebuild the clean, healthy tissues. We all need some body fat, but the fat should be clean. With detoxification exercise, people who are underweight will lose a little weight at first as their bodies detoxify. After removing toxin-laden fat and deteriorating cells, the body will rebuild with strong, healthy tissues and weight will be gained. Weight will adjust naturally to a trim but more ideal norm. Many people believe that let me say that again. People believe that exercise increases appetite, and therefore you'll tend to eat more if you exercise and negate any weight loss. But it's not true. Most people who work out moderately, up to an hour a day, actually eat less than those who don't. A lean person may eat more following increased activity, but the exercise will burn up the extra calories. If you have extra fat, you will react differently to exercise than those who are lean. Unless you exercise to excess, your appetite will generally not increase from the exercise, because when the body has excess stores of fat, the appetite is not stimulated by moderate exercise. Exercise stimulates blood and lymph circulation throughout the body. These fluids distribute essential nutrients to the cells and remove metabolic waste and other toxic substances. If circulation slows down, the cells starve and choke on their own metabolic waste. Our cells are individual living units. Just as we need oxygen to live, so do the cells. Without oxygen, we would die in a matter of minutes. The same is true for each cell in our bodies. Denied oxygen for just a short time, they die. A heart attack results when an artery which feeds oxygen to the heart becomes clogged. A stroke is caused when a blood vessel in the brain is blocked. When oxygen cannot get to these and other organs in sufficient quantities, they immediately began to deteriorate and die. Restricting the free flow of body fluids limits the delivery of oxygen and other vital nutrients. Lack of nutrition to the cells will cause the cells to deteriorate and mutate. Metabolic waste, dead and deteriorating cells, and other toxins accumulate and poison surrounding tissues, increasing toxic load in the body and causing disease-like conditions to develop. I gotta change my position. Give me a second. Exercise detoxification increases circulation of nutrients and flushes out harmful toxins. Metabolism increases both during and after exercise. This speeds up body processes, thus enhancing kidney and liver function, two of the body's primary detoxifying organs. The production The production of white blood cells increases with exercise. This is important because white blood cells are an essential part of our immune system and vital in the body's detoxification process. Among other things, they neutralize and destroy microorganisms and other harmful substances and remove them from the body. After vigorous exercise, the white blood cell count will remain elevated for as much as 2 hours. During this time, they are busy cleaning and detoxifying your body. Building up a sweat is also an important part of exercise detoxification. One of the functions of the skin is that of elimination. Uric acid, a waste produced which is removed in the urine, is excreted when we perspire. Along with this come heavy metals and other harmful chemicals. Sweating is important for the removal of toxins from the body. Exercise stimulates the growth of new blood vessels, thus enhancing oxygenation and delivering the nutrients to all body tissues. Many pathogenic microorganisms are anaerobic in nature. That is, they do not like oxygen. Exercise oxygenates the blood and tissues and thus inhibits the growth of harmful microorganisms. Exercise should be a regular part of your life. It is one of the best methods of cleansing. Most other detoxification methods are used only for a short time. Exercise can and should be done regularly. As amazing as exercise is, it can be undermined by other factors such as poor diet, drugs, alcohol, smoking, etc., as well as heavy exposure to environmental contaminants. Combined with a proper diet and lifestyle habits, regular exercise can have a marvelous rejuvenating effect on the body. Athletes and others who exercise regularly have extraordinarily strong, healthy bodies. However, occasionally you read in the news where an athlete dies or comes down with one of the typical degenerative diseases of our society. People may ask, why didn't exercise help him? Heredity may be a factor in some cases. The fact is, many athletes have horrible diets and lifestyle habits. They eat far too much meat, dairy, sugar, fat, and convenience foods, and generally overeat, often gorging themselves, reasoning that they will burn off the excess calories. Some aware that exercise cleans the body. Eat whatever you want. Others eat lots of high protein foods like meats and protein powders, believing it is necessary to build muscle. Some use steroids and other drugs, pharmaceutical and recreational. As a result, many athletes destroy much of the health benefits of exercise and in time succumb to disease. Exercise alone will not save you if you continually subject yourself to poisons. The two most important things you can do for your health is exercise regularly and eat a good diet. When you look at a corpse, what do you see? A lifeless, motionless mass that is deteriorating. Let's come up one step on the scale of life. If a person is in a coma, what do you see? Is the person moving, getting stronger, improving mental capacity? No. The basic functions of life are working at only a minimal level. Most of the body is atrophying. I gotta get my other phone out. This is gonna bug me. Let me see if I can turn my hotspot on without stopping this video. Sorry, I wasn't prepared. But that's like the third